What the haters talking about?
What's up, family? I'm a little late on this story, but I wanted to cover it anyway because what I'm about to say just might save somebody's life. We got a woman who is at a beauty salon. She refuses to pay $45 for a bob hairstyle. I don't know who the woman is at the door that's blocking her from leaving. I don't know if she's the owner or the stylist or both. But let's just call her the employee is stopping her from leaving. She pulls out a gun. She pull out that banger. And the woman, the employee, is still holding it down. She refuses to step out of the way and allow her passage. And a third woman tries to come in and be the voice of reason and say, hey, just put the gun down, let her go. Simple stuff, common sense type stuff, right? So eventually the employee steps out of the way and allows her to go out. But as she is letting her out, she's calling her a bomb asshole. Yeah, get the fuck out. I'm like, fam. I understand the anger, but what I do not understand is disrespecting someone who has a gun in their hand and they have the ups on you. Now, obviously, there's a lot of things to consider here, First and foremost, the woman, the client, whatever, dead wrong to pull out a gun over a $45 bill. Dead wrong. If she didn't want to go to a professional stylist and have her hair done, she should have stayed home and did it herself. Another thing to consider is, I wonder, had her stylist been Asian, would she have pulled out that gun? If that stylist had been any other color than black, would she have displayed the same energy? I think not. You see, there are certain black people out there. Oh, they got all of the energy and aggression in the world when it comes to dealing with black people. Oh, they ready to fight, kill, insult, whatever they got to do to get their point across. But when it's others, they bow down. And I'm talking about, I know some killers, fam, who bow down when it comes to them other folks. It just absolutely blows my mind how someone could be so heartless to their own people and so docile, weak, scary when it comes to others. That shit, I don't even know how it happens in your brain. I don't even know what kind of brain activity that is. It just trips me out. Because I'll keep that same energy with anybody who violates me. I'm gonna keep it a buck 1,000% of the time. But I don't know how they switch up like that. I don't know how they can be so mistrusting of their own people who have never enslaved them, who didn't rape their mothers and their ancestors, their great-grandparents, and, rob them of their heritage, their culture, their names. Black people never done this. How did you have that much venom for your own people? How do you not trust your people in business who have never stolen businesses from you, never stolen your land? They ain't do no lynching or none of that type of stuff. But we get, let's move on, fam, because that really runs me hot. what these buck dancers, these professional buck dancers, oh man, they are the bottom feeders of our kind. They got to go. They got to go. This clown pulled out a gun at a salon over a $45 hairstyle. I think those of us with a little sense will agree that the woman who pulled out the gun was dead wrong. But let me tell you something, fam. Right, wrong, or indifferent, if someone pulls out a gun on you and they got the ups, do not allow your pride to get you put in a box. Fall back. Survive the situation. Get through it. Swallow your pride, because pride can get you shot in the guts. Pride can get your head knocked off. Pride to have you unemployed, trying to figure out how you're gonna keep a roof over your head and feed your babies, because you just couldn't allow Mr. Charlie to speak to you in that manner. You just had to blow up the spot. Now, if you just don't care whether or not you can feed your babies, you got lights on, you got a roof over your head, hey, knock yourself out. Do whatever. But I believe in having a plan. I believe that if you have an objective, your actions have to be consistent with the outcome that you want. So if you want the outcome to be you trying to figure out how you're going to feed your babies and how you're going to pay those bills, and perhaps asking for loans, trying to borrow money to stay afloat, knock yourself out. But if you want to make sure that you're able to continue to meet your responsibilities, your financial responsibilities, then perhaps you plot your exit, but you make sure you got a backup plan, you got a job, you got some more income that can hold you over at least before you just walk out that door. I think whoever the employee is, she took a huge risk by insulting a person who had a gun and the drop on her. At any moment, she could have decided, I'm gonna shoot you, I'm gonna blow your brains out, I'm gonna end your life. And she took that gamble. That's not smart. Not if your objective is to live a nice, long, healthy life over getting murdered in a shop over a $45 hairstyle. No more talk.
What them haters talking about?
Damn.